AngryAnglr. I'm back. Today I'm doing an AngryAnglr review on a brand new to me Mathews V327. It's a right-handed, 70 pounds. I got it in the OD green color. Absolutely love the looks of this bow, and I've shot them in the shops and stuff, and I really like how they feel. Good back wall. When you let off, there's hardly any hand shock at all. It should be a great bow for tree stand and saddle, but gotta address an issue real fast before that happens. The Honey Creek tackle, we were getting it set up. Put my peep sight on. We're adjusting the distance on my peep sight. Let off with an arrow knocked, and then the string popped off the bottom yoke, and the rest of the string popped off, and the bow essentially blew up on me. Not what you like to see. I haven't even shot this bow yet. Not this one in particular. I've shot other store models and stuff, but I got this one out of state at a different dealer. I got a pretty good deal on it, so that's kind of why I don't have string on it right now. Otherwise I would have just had them put one on. But I'm gonna contact the person I got it from and get new strings and get what I want and make it right, because I like to switch over to Mathews, and this would be a great bow for in the stand. But I was just curious if you guys have had this issue as well. So a couple of my friends had actually had this issue, but I haven't really seen much about it. I didn't know if there's anything that we did to cause it. Pretty much just drew it back, and this is what happened. We were looking at it, looks like the top hats are flipped, but that's just normal for tuning. Sometimes these top hats need flipped for, you know, just shooting through paper a little better. But overall, very displeased. Hopefully we can address this, and I'll do a review much later on how much I love this bow. But for now, I hate this bow. So, thank you.
A few moments later.
Anchor. Love it. Good evening, guys. This is AngryAnglr. I've used this Mathews V3 now for about 3 months of heavy hunting. I'm gonna give my final conclusions on the bow. At first, when I got it, I had that little issue with the string popping off the yoke. I came to the conclusion that when I had the bow set up, it was quite possible that maybe it just wasn't seated properly in the yoke when drew back, and then it just happened to pop off. I'm not going to blame Mathews or the shop to do it. Stuff happens. But overall, absolutely love this bow. By far my favorite bow I've shot. I just switched from an Elite Energy 32 to this bow. It does have, this bow is a much shorter axle-to-axle bow. And also, a big noticeable difference is the brace height. This Mathews V327 has a 6-inch brace height as compared to my 7-inch brace height on my Elite. Generally with brace height, the longer your brace height, like all of your target bows and stuff will have a 7.5 inch, maybe even 7.75 inch brace height. How the brace height works is the longer your brace height is, the less time the arrow has on the string before it hits your stop here. And what that allows is less time for error in your grip, form, the less time you have to make a mistake to possibly cause accuracy indifferences. The shorter your brace height, the more time the arrow has on the string, the more it's able to build speed. And
reaction to generate the 1.21 gigawatts of electricity.
What did I just say?
The flux capacitor stores. This sucker's electrical. But I need a nuclear reaction to generate the 1.21 gigawatts of electricity.
1.21 gigawatts!
And it's very nice, especially like the shorter, like this one has a 6-inch brace height, and that allows for a 342 IBO. If it had a 7-inch brace height, it would be far less. but it'd be a little bit more accurate per se. That's the only con to really a short brace sight, is generally they don't shoot as well as a long brace sight. But overall, it's hard to beat. We'll shoot a couple arrows here and see what you think. Anchor. Love it. A few things to note: this bow is extremely dead in the hand. Extremely dead in the hand. Holds extremely well, even for a short axle-to-axle bow. Dead. Like, I absolutely love it. Now, it's not technically a fair test with my stabilizer and my setup I have on it. More arrows so you can hear the audio of this bow. It's very quiet. I don't have a decibel meter either. However, I do deem this bow to be definitely hunt worthy. It's very dead in the hand. Just watch as I shoot. This bow isn't trying to jump out of my hand, or that's a huge feature I love about the Mathews. Very dead in the hand, very quiet, very shootable bow. Very firm back ball. Very dead bow. A couple of the reasons why I went with the 27-inch over the 31-inch. 31 is an extremely nice bow. Very, very popular bow as well. But I'm a short guy, I'm 5'7". This bow is 27, so I felt that I was able to hold steady enough with this bow to become a successful hunter and a successful shooter. The longer axle-to-axle bow would be nice sometimes. I like the shorter axle-to-axle in the woods especially. It is more than enough bow for me to be able to harvest any animal I can set up on. Being in a saddle and being a mobile hunter, mobility and being able to be quiet walking through the woods is extremely important elements. Quieter you're able to go in there and sneak up on an animal and climb up in the tree and set up on them, the more likely you are to have better odds when you're in the woods hunting. Overall, should you get the V3X29 in 2022? I think so. Bow is revolutionary in size, speed, compactness, especially with the rise of the saddle hunting. Let's compare it to the new V3X here. This is the V3X29. IBO is a little bit slower. It's set at 340. This one is 342. I mean, just a little bit. The axle-to-axle, that one is 29, which would be nice. However, the compactness of this bow in the stand and the applications for backpacking, I'm able to carry this bow and hunt more successfully with this bow than I would a longer bow. So I kind of put that one more in favor of this, especially for the shorter guy. Brace height of that one is 6 inches. This one's 6 inches as well. This bow, it says, is 4.47 pounds, which is like the V3X27 is 4.29 pounds, so just a little bit heavier on the V3X. Let off also 80 or 85%. Does have low pro quivers as well. I run a tight spot on mine. I have a tight spot. I absolutely love their quivers, and it's hard for me to upgrade from that. A new feature for the new Mathews is the emergency bow press, which, I mean, it is nice, but I have a press myself, and I would rather use that. A couple of the Mathews has this SAS system for pulling up in a tree stand, but personally I don't think that's a very big deal for me. I just use a little carabiner and I clip it in my cam or wrap it around my limbs and stuff and pull my bow up. That's never really been a problem for me. They do have the new integrated sight on the new Mathews, to where you're able to put a sight actually inside the riser, as aside from having it on the outside. What this will allow would be more of a centered weight of your bow, as opposed to being more offset. However, in 2022, I probably will go with a new sidebar on my bow to try that, to see if that helps even more with stability. The more stable I am on my shot, the more accurate I'm going to become, and the better shooter I will be. So I might try that. And also with that new integrated sight, it's going to take a while for a lot more sight companies to start making more sights to work with that. But overall, I think that this bow is hard to beat, and I'm a Mathews guy now, so I thought it was an awesome time to try to upgrade. So I shot all of the leading, the flagship bows from all the companies, Hoyt, Mathews, Bowtech, PSE, Elite, and I decided on the V327, mainly due to honestly everything. The deadness in the hand, the quietness, the speed, the compactness, and the stability, even for a short bow. That's all reasons that I was drawn to the Mathews, and I'm excited to see where things go in 2022. I do not plan on replacing this bow with the new V3X. Honestly, this bow is far more than I could ask for, and I feel like the improvements in that bow would be limited by me as a shooter. I need to improve on myself and my accuracy to be able to take more advantage of a newer bow with new technology. Just honestly put a lot of time in, shoot a lot of arrows, get comfortable with this bow, continue to practice every day, work on technique, and then eventually, you know, you can upgrade and take full advantage of a new bow. But I give this bow an 8.5 out of 10, and Mathews, you knocked it out of the park. Thank you guys for watching. This is AngryAnglr. If you don't mind, drop a comment. Tell me what you think about this bow. Tell me if you've had that issue with the string popping off the yoke. Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned. Get back to some fishing here. Thank you. Cameraman. Sorry.